This week in math, we're going to be working on several different concepts. And the first one we're going to talk about this evening is going to be factors and multiples. So we talked a little bit about this last week, but they're two words that are related. And the reason why I'm talking about these two words separately tonight is that many people actually kind of mix them up. They switch the words around. They use them interchangeably. So I'm going to talk here for a couple minutes and show you what the difference between the two are. So we're going to start off by talking about factors first. And the best way to explain a factor is this. If you pick a number, I'm going to pick the number 28. A factor is another number that can be used to multiply, and it has to be a whole number. It can't be a mixed number, a whole number, and a fraction. A whole number that can be used to multiply to get to another whole number. So, for example, with 128, the product of that is 28. So 1 is a factor of 28. 28 is a factor of 28. You could also use 2 times 14. That's 28. So 2 is a factor of 28, and 14 is a factor of 28. And then, of course, you also have 4 and 7. So those two numbers are also a factor of 28. So if you were looking at the factors for a number, what you'd want to do is think of all the different combinations you could use to multiply up to that number, and then take those numbers that you use to multiply, and you can generate a list of factors. So for 28, its factors would be 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. So it would have 6 different factors. And it's really important as you're generating a list, and this will be a different video, to keep track of the number of factors that a number has. If a number has only 2 factors, we're going to be able to classify it as a prime number. If it has more than 2 factors, we're going to classify it as composite. But again, separate video. Look somewhere else on my page. All right, next one was multiple. Okay, and multiples are something that we've actually worked with since probably kindergarten. And basically, it's a technical word for skip counting. So if you said to me, hey, give me a multiple of 4, then what I could do is I could just start making a list of all the numbers I can skip count to by 4. So I could say, all right, I got 4, I have 8, I have 12, 16, 20, 24, and I can do that for any whole number. So I could take the whole number 16 and go 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, and on and on. The best way to think about one of the differences between a factor and a multiple, with factors there's a limited amount. If you took the number 20, there would only be so many factors of it, so many different combinations you could add up to, or multiply to, 20. Whereas with multiples, if you wanted to, there's an infinite amount. So we could sit here all evening, if I had the time and desire to, and just keep skip counting by 4, and I could go on and on and on and on and on and just never stop. So that is the difference between factors and multiples. Thank you.